Hey everyone, welcome to Everything Podcast. I'm JB, and today we're diving into an interesting question. Why haven't Filipino songs achieved worldwide popularity despite an abundance of incredible Filipino talent? We'll explore some challenges Filipino artists face, talk about how language and industry dynamics play a role, and discuss what lessons we can take from other successful music industries. Let's get started. To understand why Filipino songs haven't gone global at the same level as, say, K-pop or Latin pop, let's start with an example. Consider an amazing artist like Moira de la Torre. She's known for her heartfelt ballads, some of which are in English and others in Tagalog. Her songs capture universal themes: love, heartbreak, self-discovery, things we can all relate to. But when we look at how global fame works, we realize there's more at play than just talent and relatability. One big factor is language and cultural context. Filipino artists often create songs in Tagalog or mix in Filipino cultural references. While this is a strength for connecting with audiences in the Philippines, it can make it harder to reach listeners who don't speak Tagalog or aren't familiar with Filipino culture. Now, you might say, but JB, K-pop is in Korean, and that's huge worldwide. And you're absolutely right. But there's a key difference. South Korea invested heavily in cultural exports as a national strategy. They focused on making K-pop a global movement by promoting it abroad, including English subtitles on music videos, and creating accessible content for international fans. Filipino artists, on the other hand, don't have that same level of structured, state-supported promotion. For them, the global market can feel less accessible. This leads us to the role of industry support and marketing. K-pop, for instance, is backed by massive labels and dedicated funding from South Korea's government. These labels invest millions into promoting their artists on social media, arranging world tours, and even collaborating with Western artists to reach new audiences. In contrast, the Philippine music industry is still building this kind of infrastructure. Imagine if Filipino artists had access to similar promotional resources or even regular international tours. This could be a game changer for exposure. Without that same level of backing, Filipino artists, even when they sing in English, don't have the same opportunities to break into major Western markets. Now let's talk about another interesting point, and that's how social media and streaming algorithms shape who gets to be heard. On platforms like TikTok, YouTube, or Spotify, the algorithms often promote artists who already have a significant following. Filipino artists might have strong fan bases locally, but without a large global following, it's hard to get their content in front of new listeners. To address this, we've seen some Filipino artists getting creative by participating in trends on TikTok or collaborating with Filipino Americans to reach a broader audience. This is a promising step forward, showing us how digital platforms can be powerful tools for Filipino artists looking to reach a global audience. But it takes persistence and often a bit of luck for their work to really catch on. Our final point today is about blending cultural elements to create something fresh that appeals both locally and globally. Filipino-American artists like HER and Bruno Mars blend Filipino influences with mainstream music, giving international audiences a taste of Filipino talent. If Filipino artists can creatively blend Filipino identity with global trends, they might attract more attention. Imagine a song that combines a traditional Filipino instrument like the kulintang with a modern pop beat. It could create a unique sound that stands out on the world stage. Artists like Ben and Ben are already experimenting with this approach, infusing folk and rock with Filipino storytelling. By adding a local touch to universal themes, they're creating something distinctly Filipino, yet accessible, which could be a powerful formula for reaching broader audiences. To recap, there are 4 major takeaways here. 1. Language and cultural context are essential for connecting with global audiences. 2. Industry support and marketing are powerful tools for pushing music across borders. 3. Social media and streaming algorithms play a big role in which artists get discovered. 4. Blending cultural elements can make Filipino music more distinct and appealing internationally. These challenges are real, but so is the potential. Filipino artists are already making headway, and with a bit more visibility and global reach, there's no reason why Filipino music can't one day capture global audiences. Imagine if, in a few years, we're all tuning into international charts where Filipino songs are trending alongside the biggest global hits. That's an exciting vision, and one that's entirely possible with the right momentum. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of Filipino music on the Everything Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, share, and subscribe to stay updated. Let me know in the comments what you think could help Filipino artists reach global fame, or share any Filipino songs you think deserve a global audience. And remember, every share helps bring more attention to these incredible artists. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next episode.